Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second Creators Assemble live stream. I'm Dan with the beanie. As you can see, there's a theme among the gentlemen tonight. So I'm a board member on Creators Assemble, and tonight we are going to be doing Monster of the Week, Terror in the Woods. Wahaha. So we're going to go around and introduce ourselves, and then we'll do another round and introduce our characters. So Joe, why don't we start with you?
I am Joe Barrett, co-founder of Creators Assemble. We are doing our best to help promote little to known creators, as well as using our platform to actually promote education via comics and pop culture.
Moni.
I am Moni Barrett, co-founder of Creators Assemble and librarian extraordinaire who helps get comics and pop culture into classrooms and libraries.
Oh yeah, and visit us at creatorsassemble.org.
Yes, at the lovely things, if you look at the bottom of your screen, we have our YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and our website, creatorsassemble.org, as Joe mentioned. Tyler, where are you from?
I'm from Austin. I'm joking. No, I'm from the Grand Geek Gathering. We do podcasts, video streams, articles, and so much more. We are a celebration of geek culture, and I stream here very often. We have 11 podcasts, and our YouTube is updated every week, and our articles are bomb.
They are. Mr. Joel.
I'm Joel Bucker, library technician, occasional podcaster, guy with a beard.
And
Man with beard.
Man with beard.
I'm Kimmy. I'm just vibing, so I'm just here to hang out.
Yes.
Minus beard.
Minus the beard.
Minus the beard. So, tonight, as I mentioned, we will be doing Monster of the Week, Terror in the Woods. It takes place, if you can take a hint from our promotional materials, in the 90s. We are going to be in fictional town Mount Brisbane, Oregon. Trust me, I had to use a name generator to come up with something even remotely worthwhile, because everything I was, ooh, moonrise, ooh, mountaintop. Yeah, it doesn't work. So Joel here is appropriately dressed for our woods. We're going to go around and introduce the characters tonight before we jump into our story. So why don't we start in this different order? Why don't we have Moni introduce her character first?
You're muted, Moni.
You're still muted.
I am muted. I have things playing in my ears. Shit is popping up everywhere. It's PG, or I would say what was popping up everywhere. But anyways, I am Maffei Saunders. I am heiress to the Colonel Sanders chicken franchise, and Colonel Sanders, of course, though that was all a front for his vampire and creature hunting gig. And I myself suffered some childhood trauma and was forced to kill a monster as a child. Struggled to fit in growing up because I kept having kind of monsters drawn to me and kept killing monsters, and eventually just decided to monetize my monster adventures, and I became a professional monster hunter. I am a cheerleader to cover these activities. I am a college student, and I am currently dating Tommy, who you will hear from in a moment.
Tommy, that's a good transition over to you.
All right, so I am Tommy Bloodstone. I am captain of the football team at Brisbane State College. Go Hawks. I have actually been a little bit naughty, and I actually met with a strange woman. She brought myself and two of my best friends in, gave us performance enhancing drugs, and by performance enhancing drugs, lycanthrope. So I am actually a werewolf now, which is an undetectable performance enhancing drug. So none of those steroids for me. My best friend ended up murdering my other best friend when he became a werewolf. So he got a little crazy. I was able to handle my stuff. But he actually just recently came back into my life a couple of weeks ago.
Why don't we cut over to Joel?
I am Dr. Robert Pollock, professor of English and Comparative Literature here at Mount Brisbane College. Elder statesman of the group. I frequently have since childhood had nightmares that foretell horrible happenings and monstrous doings. I don't care for those very much, but I feel the need to deal with the monstrous happenings as they occur. So I probably drink a little bit too much as a way of compensating with this. Content warning, everybody. There will be mention of drinking and also smoking cigarettes, because that's another fun thing that my character does. And yeah, he has fallen in with this ragtag group of students as the mentor and elder statesman.
All right. Why don't we jump over to Kimmy?
Okay, I am Ambrose. I am a goth kid with a bit of a distaste for human interaction due to past experiences. So because of that, I'm a bit of a lone wolf. I like to hang out in the woods. I'm going to college for entomology, and I'm also a pararomantic.
Which you will
That
find
is
out
my
what that
thing.
means soon. And
Yes.
then finally, Tyler.
Hi, I'm Drake the Flake, and I grew up a couple of cities over. I didn't have a lot of friends in high school, so college, it's my goal to hang out with the coolest people I could possibly hang out with. Not really a jerk about it. I just have really low self-esteem, and I just want to climb the ladder, but not in a jerk way again. So that's I think all I'm gonna say for now, right? For that, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And with that introduction, we're ready to start our game. So let me set the scene for you. It is about 2 a.m. in the morning. The crew finds themselves in the abandoned warehouse district, because every town needs an abandoned warehouse district. Well, maybe not that abandoned. And we see Tommy Bloodstone get slammed against the back of a wall into some crates as he gets knocked down. We see Muffy leaping through the air with a wooden stake in her hand, going towards a giant spider that has shot a bunch of webbing out at Robert, pinning him to the ground. We see the Drake kind of holding a giant axe, not as good as he could be, kind of like, what the hell am I going to do with this? And we see our good Ambrose doing wavy hands like this, getting ready to summon something. Proceed.
Oh.
So what am I supposed to do with this?
Just hit it.
I don't know. I don't know how I can do that right now. This is pretty scary.
So as you do that,
Nothing's.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say nothing's scarier than this spider, but I'm still gonna try to hit it.
I'll try to swing at it.
So, okay, go ahead and swing at it. You're going to roll your dice for kick some ass.
Okay. I have a 1 and a 4.
Oh no, buddy. Oh no, this is not good. You got a. Did you add your plus might to it?
No, I
Pardon
did
me,
not.
your plus tough.
No, I did not. So plus tough. I forgot what that was. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Womp womp. Okay.
Is it a +1, +2?
Is it a negative score?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yes, +1. Sorry, +1.
So it's still a 6, right?
Yeah.
Nope, not going to do you any good. That is a complete and
Alrighty.
utter failure. So we see Tommy come swinging. Pardon me. We see the Drake come flinging his axe down. Describe how you completely missed this gigantic spider.
Whoops.
So
Paints a picture.
you see the
Yeah.
Drake go, "Whoa!" Ha, shit. The
Yeah.
pardon my language. The giant spider throws out its front mandible claws and slams him backwards, and he will take 2 harm from that. Muffy, it's your turn.
So I'm sorry, Muffy was where when this
She was
first
starting to
started?
leap through the air towards this thing with a wooden stake she had picked up somewhere.
I assume I have some kind of battle cry, right?
Of course. What is it?
I don't know. It has to be something kind of like Xena. What did Xena do? Like, "Ah!" I don't even remember.
That was pretty accurate, actually.
That's actually dialed in.
Yeah. So I have some kind of gnarly feminine battle cry and swoop through, and I'm holding the stake, and can I get like right into the spider's like eyeballs or abdomen or something like that?
Certainly can. You're going to have to roll your kick some ass with 2d6.
So,
And am I present at this fight? You didn't mention me.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You got pinned with some webbing.
so
I hate
that's
it when that
8.
happens.
8. Okay, on a 7+, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm each other. So tell me how much damage this does, your little wooden stake. I think it's an improvised weapon, so I'll let you do 2 damage with it. Right
I
into its
think it
mandible.
also, can it have some like bug repellent stuff on it? Because I am a professional and I'm prepared for these kind of situations.
Sure, I'll give you that because you are trained for this. Okay, it is going to harm you, but I will let you get in there and stab it. So describe how you come down on this spider.
I'm gonna go through all those creepy eyeballs because even my character doesn't like spiders either. So we're gonna slam down and hit the center of the eyeball portion, and then like the poison is gonna just kind of go into the rest of the eyeballs.
Okay, so we see Muffy go flying down with her wooden stake, slammed into the spider, and we'll call it spider repellent, sizzles over the eyes of the spider, and you can kind of see like its ability to see kind of pop out of a couple of the eyes. But as she does this, it kind of hisses and spits acid at Muffy, and she takes 2 harm.
Okay. Oh.
And she just kind of hovers away. We jump over to Robert, who has been pinned by some of the spider's webbing.
Okay, so am I just like stuck against a wall, basically?
Your
with
lower
the webbing
half
all around
is.
Oh, okay. So in my right hand, I am holding what looks like a large cane, a large wooden oak silver-tipped cane. And I make a slight motion with my right hand, and a silver-tipped blade shoots out the end of the cane, and I cut myself free, or endeavor to cut myself free from the webbing with my sword cane.
All right, give me a act under pressure roll.
Yep. That is going to be a 10
Okay,
with I have +2 cool, so 12.
so you got a 12. All right, you set out to what you want to do. You very, I would say, calmly cut yourself out, and you are not pleased with this monster at all. We are going to jump over to Ambrose.
Okay. So I marked that I have a pocket knife. So I thought maybe since I'm studying entomology, I would know the weaknesses of this spider being, or spider biters typically are weak, and I could try attacking it there.
Sure, I'll give you that.
Would that be a
It would
tough?
be it would be a kick some ass plus tough. So roll your 2d6.
Okay. Let me see. 2d6. I got a 9, and I have -1 for tough, so 8.
Okay, so we're looking at a a mixed success. So you will damage the spider, but it is also going to hurt you. So tell me where you get in there.
Right in his abdomen.
All right, so you come stabbing in with your pocket knife. We'll say you kind of cut along its underbelly a little bit.
Okay.
I'm okay. So that's what you do. And as you
Yeah.
do that, unfortunately, this spider has acidic blood and it splashes over you, and
Okay.
you take 2 harm.
Okay.
And then finally, we cut over to Tommy. He's been kind of knocked back. He's brushing himself off. What do?
All right, so Tommy gets up and gets really angry, and out come his claws, and his eyes start glowing red, and fangs start kind of coming down from his teeth, and he's just gonna just tear at this thing, full speed, run, jump on its back, and start trying to claw away at the backside of it.
All right, give me a kick some ass.
So that's 13.
Perfect. Okay, this is cool. So with this, when you kick some ass on a 10 plus, you get to choose an extra effect. Do you see what those are?
Where'd my extra effects?
So you gain an
yep,
advantage.
here you
Okay, so pick one of those effects. For those watching at home, how the rolls work here, 6 and below is a complete failure. 7 to 9 is a mixed success. 10 plus is a success.
All right, because I am angry and pissed, I'm going to inflict terrible harm on this thing.
Okay. And how much do your claws normally do damage wise?
So my claws normally do 3 damage.
Okay, so you'll end up doing 4 damage to this thing. Describe how you injure it.
So basically I just kind of pierce in with one hand and like really hold on to it, and then I just start frantically just fraying away at the outside of its back.
Okay, so as you do that, just blood and gore is flying everywhere, and you're tough enough to not take the acid damage. Now, as the monster hunting crew who's been doing this for a while is tearing the spiders apart, the Drake notices this little clicking sound behind him. He turns around and sees that there are a lot of the big spiders brood charging towards him from the darkness. And we cut to a pause and we hear a record scratch.
So you're probably wondering how I got myself here.
And we cut back to a month ago in Professor Roberts' office. Fade back. Woo. And we see the monster hunting crew, minus the Drake, chit-chatting about what? Robert, you tell us.
So I'm guessing this is probably we're already aware that there's some kind of giant insect invasion happening in this small town. So just to set the scene of the office, it is about the size of a fairly large closet. It is floor to ceiling books on the occult, some of which are in languages that are not immediately recognizable, except for the top shelf of the bookshelf, which is various kinds of liquor. Robert already has a glass of neat whiskey and has a map of Mount Brisbane in front of him with locations pinned indicating where there have been sightings of these giant insects, and he is speaking with the crew to gather what they've heard from other students around the college of these sightings.
All right.
So, we've been hearing reports all over Mount Brisbane of these different insects, giant insect sightings. I'm sure that you've heard your fellow students discussing them. I want to know everything.
I don't know, man. I haven't heard much about these things. I just know that if you tell Muffet that they're giant ass spiders, she's gonna lose her mind on this thing.
Well, she's right there. I'm pretty sure she can hear me.
I'm just saying, there's monsters everywhere, but of course they have to be MF and spiders, you know? I'm tired of these MF and spiders on my school and my plane and my train. Anyway.
And your automobile.
I know the feeling. Ambrose, you know bugs. Anything?
Spiders are more scared of us than we are of them.
Not sure that applies to giant monstrous spiders, but I appreciate your willingness to see their side of things. So from what I understand, the major sightings have occurred around the Brisbane Woods. in the system of caverns over there. The moist, moldy environs would be perfect for them to set up their dens. And I really, really, really hate to say this, but we're probably going to have to go and check it out.
But
Typical Scooby-Doo shiz right here. Every time. Every time.
the teacher
I'm
I
just
want
gonna
you to
go
believe me,
into the
believe me.
cave and check out the spiders, and y'all are gonna follow, and I'll play the damsel, but you know that I'm the one that's gonna get the most spider guts on me. That's how it always works.
I'm
mean,
okay
yeah,
with spider
yeah, that-
guts if you don't want them.
I mean, that is how it works. You're the one who gets paid to do this.
I recommend we treat it like we're going to a Gallagher show and just bring as many tarps and garbage bags as humanly possible. So I will be bringing my sword cane, and I pull out this weapon that's this obviously like incredibly aged weapon that's got like dents and bangs all over it. And I slide out the blade so everyone can see. It's like you know. My old reliable, you guys are familiar with this, and I'm quite sure. What else should we bring with us?
Uh, how about that
I
guy?
have
And then I point
Wait.
over behind everybody to Drake, who I see kind of hiding in the corner there.
I do a slow-mo turn behind me to glare at Drake with as much malevolence as I possibly can. Can we help you?
I think I made a mistake. You know what? I hear somebody say my name over there. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. And
Whoa, 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 whoa. I know you, right?
I mean, we've been to the same. No, you don't know me.
Didn't I see you in the cafeteria?
Probably.
Were
Yes.
you were the one screwing around with that Froyo machine, right?
I wouldn't say screwing around. More like I was mastering my swirlies.
Yeah, you were
Huh?
like there for like 20 minutes. Like I swear to God, I saw you like just sitting there the whole day.
You know, there's a Guinness Book record of the biggest swirl for the yogurt machine. Okay, and it could be my future.
Yeah, the cafeteria lady was like pissed. Like you were stealing a lot of Froyo.
Yeah, I do that.
Tommy, Muffy, grab him. Ambrose, get the door. Lock it.
he knows too much.
Oh God.
About the
Teach.
swirls.
He seems like a good dude. He just likes Froyo like the rest of us.
Did you not catch the part where I said grab him?
All right, and I'm just gonna jump right over the table and just grab him by the shoulders. I'm sorry, buddy. I think you're probably pretty cool.
I will do my part and lock the door.
I'm gonna do a cool flip and aggressively grab his arms behind his back.
Oh God.
And then I'm gonna just
Little.
basically pin his head down to the table and look at the teacher. Do we need to like finish this now?
I lean in to his face with the blade of the sword cane in my hand and say,
God.
how much did you hear?
A little bit from the beginning of it and until I got spotted. So everything. And you guys are in some weird stuff, by the way. I might add. You know, I know a lot of weird things that are happening in the school, but nothing like this.
I look up at Tommy and Muffy and I say, well, he's honest.
I spent
is
my whole
honest.
life trying to get away from these things, and here's this guy just hanging out, knowing too much.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would suggest maybe not saying everything when the doors are wide open, by the way. Just saying. That might help.
I've been meaning to get that doorknob fixed.
Yeah.
So do we execute him?
Oh Jesus, no! Listen, I'm cool. Hey, you guys, I'm totally cool. If you need help, I could probably be there. I need to know at least like 48 hours in advance. You can leave something. I got a beeper. We're good, and it's great meeting you guys. I walk out a little bit, and yeah, well, just beat me anytime, and anytime you need me. Yeah, or you can find my AIM. That's cool. It's cool too. My username is it's Drake, and then I just start running.
Tommy, do you still have hold of him?
Tommy let up a little bit, but he's just kind of playing cat and mouse. And so as he bolts out the door, Tommy just basically runs right by him and then stands in front of him.
Oh, you're big. You're a lot bigger than they show on the public access channel. Cool. Okay, I'll hang out here for a little bit.
You should probably hang out. Look, man, you seem cool. I would really hate to kill you. Mostly because the cleanup is just going to be horrendous if it happens.
And I bleed a lot. I'm a bleeder. Paper cut, just not like it's like the Nile.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible, and I don't want to clean up.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, not me. I mean, come on, look at me. I'm
supposed to take Muffet out tonight, and frankly, that would just ruin the evening.
Oh, y'all are going out. Cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone single? No. Okay, it's fine. It's cool.
Yeah,
On the other hand, I'm cool with cleanup, so.
Okay, well,
Honestly,
somebody is willing to clean up after us. So,
I'm just trying to figure out the group. I'm trying to figure out everybody and make sure everybody's, yeah. No, I'm getting myself into here.
I'm going to escort Drake back into the office and sit him down in a chair, and then I'm just going to let Muffet stand right in front of him.
I lean back in my.
We're getting paid by the spider leg.
Glass of whiskey.
Oh. We're getting paid by the spider leg. Can we move on? Then if we're not going to kill this guy, I got a hold of him. It's fine. But we have this date going on in a little bit, and I want to get paid. I want to get as many spider legs. I want to pay for the date tonight, basically.
I have a couple questions about the spider. Is it like a Frodo situation, or is this just like a big spider, like a tarantula we're just trying to squash? I'm confused. That part I didn't get.
I would say we are much closer to, as you put it, a Frodo situation. And
got it. Okay, that's.
Wait a minute. Weren't you in my comparative literature class?
Yes, I did. I did drop it. I didn't know what we were comparing, but I was there for a little bit.
Yeah, I seem to recall seeing you lurking in the back of class, attempting to talk to people while I was lecturing.
Yeah, I thought somebody got in the class and they weren't there. So,
well, as you've probably figured out at this point, there are strange doings in Mount Brisbane, and it has fallen to this group to keep this town as safe as possible in light of the monstrosities that have come to confront us. What we need to know from you is that you are going to keep your mouth shut, and I slam my whiskey glass down on the desk. And in order to ensure that, I'm pretty sure you're going to have to come with us.
Yeah, I have an uncle that lives in Bakersfield. I've seen some weird stuff. So don't worry, I'm good. We're golden. This is rad. This is rad, guys. I'm proud to be in the group for now at this moment.
I look at Tommy and I say, does he always talk this much?
He was really going to town on that Froyo machine. I think he might be a little bit,
It's a little sugar rush, Yeah, I'm hypoglycemic. It's the thing that my doctor said one time. Maybe not about me, but it's possible. It's completely possible.
Robert sighs heavily and lights up a cigarette.
Faye looks at her watch.
All right, we meet here tomorrow night. Bring your weaponry, bring your tarps, bring your off Black Flag, roach motels, whatever you got. We're going bug hunting.
All right, I'll bring the raid.
Quiet you.
Yeah, that's about right.
Ooh. And then we cut back to the current fight. It's taken the crew about a few weeks to figure out what was going on to finally find the nest. And we see the Drake getting charged by all these little spiderlings. The Drake.
Oh my god.
What do you do?
I just okay. Can I actually bring a can of raid?
Yes, you totally can.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
yes.
I just pull out my raid real quick. I was like, I knew it. I knew I would need this.
Okay, what are you
Okay.
gonna do with it?
Oh, and we'll spray it.
Okay.
I aim to spray.
Go ahead and give me an act under pressure.
Act under pressure. Okay.
Can I contribute in to help out?
Yes. Go ahead and roll. How are you going to help out?
How far away from him am I?
You could easily get to him. I mean, you're not that far from where he ended up getting charged, so you could easily get to him.
Okay, as he starts to spray the raid, I hop over to him, say, "This might help," and hold my lighter under the raid, so it becomes basically a makeshift flamethrower.
Perfect.
yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me. Okay, so here's how we're going to resolve this. Joel, first, go ahead and roll your help out.
Oh dear. So that's a 3.
Oh,
So
no.
that is not going to go the way that we planned.
You're gonna light me on fire, aren't you?
Okay.
Although
well,
I do, what do I have plus? I have +2 cool, so that's still a 5. So that's still not great.
right. Oh, so this is not going to go well.
Okay, so I had a 7, and then what was I also like? What's my plus? What was it?
Oh, it's
The
plus your cool.
Under pressure. Cool. So I have an 8.
Okay, so this is a mixed success. So here's how we're going to do this. On a mixed success for the act under pressure, Joel, yours is just going to fail and not help him. On a 7 to 9, I get to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. So, the Drake, I'm going to give you a price to pay. If you want to take out a significant chunk of these little spiders charging at you, you're going to have to keep holding down on the can of raid, but the fire is going to go up your arm and catch you on fire.
Okay.
Your choice being, if you don't want to do that, you can drop it and nothing's going to happen.
I don't want to drop the can. So, I mean, I'm gonna do at least a little bit of damage. I guess I'll just take the flame and then stop, drop, and roll whenever it's my turn again.
Okay.
Teamster.
All right. So, okay, man. Tell me how.
I just want to be cool.
Tell me how this looks as you hold your can down and the flames lick up your arm. How does this look?
Oh, I'm freaking out, but I'm gonna stop, drop, and roll, just like a Matthew Perry video showed me in high school.
So he blasts down with the flame licking up his arm, and he just lets out a scream as he is on fire.
Jesus.
We cut over to Tommy, Muffet, and Ambrose fighting the big spider.
All right, Tommy's still sitting on its back, just latched in.
Correct.
So he's just hanging on for dear life at this point.
And what's
Buffet pulls a can of hairspray out of her lightly armored attire and a lighter and attempts to spray the spider also again in the face because she wants to get paid by the eyeball. So.
All right, yeah, this is going to be a kick some ass then.
That is 9, 10.
Okay, so you set out what you want to do. On a 10, you get to choose one of the extra effects. You can take +1 forward, give +1 forward to another hunter, inflict terrible harm, you suffer less harm, or you force the monster where you want it.
Let's inflict terrible harm on this MFR.
Okay, So as Muffet lights the eyeballs on fire, the gets in there and they start to sizzle and pop a little bit, which is a fun image. And it kind of, the fire looks up and starts to head towards Tommy a little bit as Muffet continues to spray down on this. Ambrose, what are you up to?
Is this taking place like right after the last time? So we have the harm that we took and everything?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
you're still the same fight. We just did a flashback.
Okay. Well, so I cut it open last time.
Correct.
So I'm gonna try to I think I have a knife and I have a baseball bat. So I'll try to just hit it this time.
Sure, go for it.
And that one I did 5.
Oh no. Well,
Probably isn't great.
yeah, no, that's a failure. So make sure you're all marking down your failures for experience. So Ambrose swings down with her bat, but the spider, as it's lighting on fire, kind of dances away a little bit, and for some reason still is able to sense where things are without its eyeballs, and shoots out webbing from its backside, and it slams into Ambrose and knocks her back against the wall, trapping her. So in the flow, we cut back over to Robert.
Well, first I turn to Drake and say, "Sorry."
It's okay.
And then,
I'm just well
roughly how-
done now.
roughly how big are these spider spawn?
They're about the size of eggs.
Like chicken eggs?
Like
Or-
like this big.
Or like ostrich egg.
yeah.
We're
what
going
kinda egg
we're
we
going
talking?
with ostrich egg.
Ostrich egg. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them.
Okay. I take my cane and start swinging it wildly at them, trying to knock out, just cream as many of them as possible in my swing.
Okay, as these are little ones, here's what I will allow you to. I'll call this another act under pressure roll to see
Okay.
how many of them you can just start knocking back and forth.
Okay. Oh, that is gonna be a 12.
Perfect. So you just start swinging away, and these spiders are having little guts burst and pop everywhere. A lot of the fire that Drake the Flake had shot him with has really helped. He is now currently rolling around on the ground, still on fire. So, Drake, what do you do?
Oh. I don't want to. Well, first I need the fire to go out. That'd be nice.
All right.
So do I need?
Yeah, we'll call this a help under pressure to see if you can, or pardon me, act under pressure to see if you can roll yourself out of being on flames.
Okay. 11 plus 1 to 12.
Great. Okay, so you just roll, and you are now,
Not on fire.
not on fire. Okay,
Not cooking.
so you have taken care of that, and the big spider that is evil devil spawn just kind of as it crumbles to the ground and its acid blood spills out, and you have taken care of the spider infestation.
Cool.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
It's a good 90s.
And then I go, "Oh, sorry, that was my ringtone."
So you have taken care of the spider infestation. How's everyone feeling after the battle?
Dirty.
Yeah. I realized that I tore my shirt yet again, so I need to get another shirt out of the trunk of my car.
But you're ripped, right? So like your torn shirt is like perfectly over your chiseled abs or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's like perfectly
Yeah.
placed, and yeah, you can.
There's a little bit of blood and gore dripping down.
Yeah,
Chiseled.
I could
But
definitely
weirdly,
go.
everything he does is in slow motion. So
yeah. I got a Baywatch kind of move to me right now. Just
But Tommy's the only one moving like that, and he's doing it on purpose, so he can just.
I could definitely go for some yogurt.
All right, so
We're not letting you serve it though.
so the
If there is any bit of Drake that is still on fire, I light a cigarette off of it.
there's a little singe part on the back of his jacket that he missed that you lighted it off of.
Yeah, I just bum a light off of that.
So, and has been Drake's first successful hunt with the crew.
Sweet.
Victory.
I pull a mini fire extinguisher out of my 90s cargo pants and spray him, but then I decide to just whack him on the back. That's too hard.
Ow.
Well, you know.
I think I preferred the fire.
All right, Teach, we took care of them, so now what?
You don't
Where's
think
my pay?
You don't think those are the only ones, do you? We're gonna be doing this all night.
But we have a movie to get to.
I'm already walking farther down into the caverns to try and find more bugs.
Okay, fine, but I want half the money now.
So the crew sets out spider hunting for the rest of the night. They successfully do that, and now we cut forward. Little, screen goes to black. We see 3 months later, and we are about, it's the fall semester of college. It's about a week before Halloween, and the campus is really getting ready to cut all out. There are some of the local fraternities known for having some of the best Halloween parties, costume parties leading up to it. We're, as I said, about a week out. What is the crew currently up to during the daytime?
Getting my
teaching,
weapons
man.
ready
I got a class.
for hunting season.
Yeah, Tommy's at football practice most of the day.
I'm hanging out with the safest group that I could find at the moment.
So the nerds.
Sure. Yes.
You must have known different nerds than I did, man. Those guys get dangerous.
That's true. The engineers. I'm hanging out with the engineers, with the engineering students.
Nice. Okay. So campus is moving on. The day is moving on. Oh, and what's Ambrose up to?
So I'm out in the woods hanging out with the bugs.
Nice.
And to make up to the spiders.
In my respects.
I'm imagining this looking kind of like a Disney princess, except instead of like bluebirds and stuff, it's like centipedes and
It's like Enchanted.
Wouldn't this be Disenchanted?
That's the sequel.
There we go. All right, not as funny as I thought it would be. Anyway, moving on. So
I enjoyed it.
we move through the day, and Tommy and Muffet, do you usually meet up in the afternoon?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I usually will pick Muffet up in my Camaro
Nice.
that I may or may not have gotten from boosters of the school.
Is it a bitchin' Camaro?
It's way bitchin'.
So you are cutting across the quad, and you see that there is a giant crowd forming, and sitting right in, well, actually not sitting, but laying is Lewis the Buck Buckner, completely dead on the grass, covered in frost.
Faye has to check and make sure that it's actually dead and not like undead.
So are you going to go over?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so this would be a so what do you do? Do you just touch the body? What's the plan here?
I'm in a cheerleading outfit and Doc Martens, so I'll just kind of nudge it with my boot.
So as you do that, the body just kind of moves a little bit and just kind of stays there, but you can see that by doing that, some of the frost displaces a little bit.
And it's warm right now, you said?
Correct.
Oh, something weird is happening here.
Um, can I investigate to see what happened here?
Yes, go ahead and roll your investigate a mystery.
All right. That is a I have nothing on sharp, so 8.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, you get to hold one and ask me one question from that list.
All right. What happened here?
There is a dead body covered in frost that is dead.
I didn't go to state college for nothing.
So I will put it this way: you have no idea what has happened here. There's just a dead body with frost. That's what happened. But I will give you this: as you kind of look up, you are near the what is this place called? You are near the Triple Phi fraternity. And you and the Buck kind of were rivals as the hot sports dudes on campus.
Huh. Do I recognize anybody around this place? Anybody look kind of familiar to me or anything like that? That would seem a little out of place being here.
Out of place in the middle of the college?
Well, just anybody that I wouldn't kind of normally expect seeing.
No, not really. You do see everyone that's kind of supposed to see there. A lot of the students, you see that actually you hear a scream come from the crowd as the Buck's girlfriend comes running over, seeing that he is dead, and she falls to her knees next to him and just starts crying.
I just turned to Muffet and said, Muff, I think we should probably get out of here.
Yeah, she's gonna mess up her mascara really soon, and I'm not here for that.
Yeah, we should. Do you think we should tell Teach? This is like kind of weird.
Yeah, we should probably mention something.
Do you think Drake may have something to do with this? You know, with this Froyo and shit?
I don't think that Drake could pull this off, whether he was trying to or not.
But I mean, he really likes Froyo.
This
And
is too.
This guy looks like Frozen.
And then he dragged it out here himself. Have you ever seen him do any manual labor? Seriously.
I know. He's got like the physique of like, you know, a scrawny little kid. I think I've seen 8th graders with more muscle definition than him. It's really sad, actually. I kind of feel like we need to like start feeding him more or something. I'm really afraid he's going to get hurt someday.
He'll be fine. He can just mainline more Froyo. Not everyone has your physique, Tommy. Let's go. Let's go tell Teach.
That is true. And I just kind of slowly rub my abs for just a little bit longer than I should. And then we're going to go find Teach.
Okay. So we will.
Tyler, aren't you glad you joined us for this game?
I know, right? I was like, things are getting too real. Y'all talking about me or my character?
So we cut over to the Drake cutting through the quad as well, and he sees Muffet and Tommy. Gosh, sorry, Johnny, Tommy, some difference. You see Muffet and Tommy walking off, and you kind of look over and you see the frozen body in the crowd and the crying girlfriend. So what do you do?
Wait, me?
Yes, the Drake.
Oh, she's crying. I just go up to her. Hey, everything okay?
She looks up at you like, are you mental? What is, no, look. And she just starts crying even harder.
Why am I here? What is happening? What did you guys do?
So you're just among general students. They're just kind of like, dude, he's clearly dead. Are you not with the program? Like, aren't you the dean's son? Why are you're not even go to college here?
What? I go to college here. I just don't take many classes. They're hard.
Are you the Froyo guy?
Exactly, which is why I wish I wasn't here at this moment. What am I supposed to do here?
I don't. You just came over to this. One of the students is talking to you, and well, clearly you've upset her, dude. You should just get out of here.
I'm very okay with this. I'm very okay with this. I will see everybody later. I'll check it out. I'll check and see what's going on in everybody's aim statuses. Okay.
And off Drake the Flake goes. Meanwhile, we're in the woods with Ambrosia. Ambrose. What are you up to?
I like to study bugs in the woods and just kind of vibe with them, hang out, just get to know them.
So yes, as you do that, you kind of get a sense that you should head back to the college.
The bugs told me to go back to the college.
They might.
Like, all right, bugs. You know what's best.
Well, I mean, there's a whole bunch
the
of
centipedes. Just the centipede.
Well, there's a whole bunch of. I'll just say this: there's a whole bunch of different bugs that she's been around. There's moths, there's flies, there's bees, butterflies, centipedes, things like that, and they're kind of. She's for some reason pretty in touch with them.
Yeah, once the bees start telling me to go back to college, I know I gotta go back. So
Yes, it's
I
time
do
to go
that.
back. And then Teach, how's it going?
Well, I'm thinking I'm probably in the middle of a class right now, and
Can I like run into his classroom and just start shouting like through the doorway? Okay. After he's done, I'm so sorry.
no, actually, that seems like a really good way to alert me as I'm
Okay.
in the middle of like probably really hungover, and just like maybe showing a video to the class because I don't really feel like teaching that day. Just like let's just watch a movie, a quiet movie, preferably.
I just
And-
just smash the door open. Just be like, teacher guy, professor, Professor Beardface. Hey, something over here's happened.
All right, everybody, just study quietly. I'll be right back.
There's been a murder.
At which point, I imagine everyone in the class just like runs to the window and starts freaking
Oh
out.
yeah, the minute he screams that all out, they all kind of like look and
There's
like,
been a murder.
wait, what? And some of them were like, Teach, are you seriously gonna keep us in here if there's something cool going on outside?
Hey, a murder doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
Well, okay, if you murder it, what if,
And then
okay, wait,
And then I wait literally for 10 seconds. Go. Okay, you're dismissed.
wait. Before that happens, one of the students raises their hand.
Yes.
Teach, you murdered my grade on that last paper. Does that count?
Okay, you just failed the class.
Yes!
You may
And
go.
he books it out of there. So the rest of
Clean
the
up
class-
together. Do the reading. Chapters 2 through 27. I don't care. And then I run out to see what's going on.
Okay, at this point we have Muffet and Tommy coming down the hallway. How he got the Drake is apparently a sprinter.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just saw a murder and people were asking me questions like I had anything to do with it. And I have no idea who else to go to besides the professor that drugged me into killing some big spiders. So
As I see
weird stuff happening in here, man.
I see a crowd of students just run by us on their way to the murder scene, and I just turn to Muffet and go, I think Drake got here before we did.
What was your first clue, Tommy? What was your first clue?
And then I just look over and I see Drake looking just spastic at the door.
I'm storming out furious and say something to Drake on the way past, like, yeah, way to keep things cool and under wraps. Nice going. And just start storming out after the students to see what the hell's going on.
Okay, so at that point, you get out there. Some other teachers have gathered around. You see one of the teachers over there. You recognize Samuel Pritchard, the university librarian, trying to keep some sort of order among the students. And he sees you and motions you over, Joel.
Samuel Pritchard, you said?
Pritchard, yes.
Okay, I'm presuming, English professors and librarians tend to be pretty tight, so I go over to him to see what he has to say.
And he kind of looks at you and says, "Can you use your dour personality to clear the students out of here?"
Absolutely.
Perfect.
So I turn around to the group and start kind of waving people away with my cane and look, there's absolutely nothing to see here. There's nothing to be done. You need to clear out of this area immediately. There is the more you gather in this area, the longer it's going to take for the paramedics and the police to get here. Please disperse immediately, and just start literally whacking at students with my cane to get them to go away.
Okay, I'm going to make you roll a manipulate someone.
Well, that's plus charm, but considering that I'm supposed to be anti-charming here, could I make an argument that would be act under pressure instead? Because I'm better at that.
Well, sell me on why it would be an act under pressure.
Well, if it's to manipulate someone, you're supposed to be kind of charming them, and this is the opposite of that. This is being so unpleasant that people don't want to be here anymore.
I'm still going to have to call that as a manipulate someone.
Lighting up a cigarette, blowing smoke in people's faces, even though this is a no smoking campus.
So the act under pressure is if you're under pressure to get something done quick.
All right, fine. I will accept your reasoning.
Now, before you do that, I will allow one of the other hunters to help you out.
I'll add an assist on it.
And how are you helping?
I'm just going to be my charming football self and just, hey, friends of the campus, let's give Teach here a minute to do what he needs to do and clear everybody out of here. Let's be cool, huh?
All right, roll your help out.
I'm sorry. That's going to be a 2.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I rolled a 6 -1 because I have a -1 charm, so that's a 5. So we're actually going to be attracting more people.
Yes.
As we're trying to get. They see some professor with a cane whacking people, and they're like, "We got to get some of that action." And
Yes.
just start moving toward them.
You're kind of acting like the reverse. You're kind of acting as one of those circles people. Come on, see the murder scene.
Nothing to see here, everybody. There's nothing to see.
And as
can I interject here?
sure.
I heard that there were a bunch of teenagers with their shirts half off, a bunch of cheerleaders with their shirts half off in the courtyard. You guys should go check that out instead.
All right, I'll allow that. Give me a manipulate someone on that.
Five plus -1 to 4.
Nobody buys it.
They know that half naked cheerleader time isn't until 4:00 in the afternoon.
I want to go to this school.
Can I wait, I'm there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just disappear and then I come back with a gigantic cone just full of yogurt? It's like this tall. I'm like, everybody, woo! and balancing it and just distracting everybody. Can I just do that?
Okay, let me set the scene here. You have a giant ice cream cone with a swirl, we'll say, what, 8 feet high?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
And you've got a frozen dead body. What do you
Yes.
think the students are going to want to see more?
My Froyo skills are pretty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
Honestly,
about to be.
8-foot frozen yogurt, I'd be impressed.
Yeah, that and I'm about to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, and that guy's not going to do anything. So, I mean,
he might
dark.
say
too dark.
Wait, no. I was just going to say he's probably stiff competition. Okie dokie.
Oh man.
All right. As weird as this is, I'll let you roll a manipulate a crowd one on that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Please roll better than the rest
Come
of
on,
us.
baby.
Oh, a 10 plus 1. Manipulate
Hey.
somebody. So
All right.
11.
Okay, so the Froyo King, in his little ineptitude, whatever we want to call it, is able to distract the
a
crowd
dead body
from a dead
with
body.
yogurt.
I guess the students really like yogurt. So at this point, the librarian kind of looks back over at Professor Roberts. Is he with you?
I'm not even entirely sure he goes here.
No. You know the whole situation where the dean has a child situation? Yeah, we got one of those. He's...
Oh, God.
You've only been here, what, about a year now?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, our buddy, the Drake here, has been here for 5. You know
That
that...
explains a lot.
Yeah, he peaked in junior high. Always wanted to be the Froyo master. Apparently he's got it now. I just don't know.
Well, I never expected that would come in handy, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah,
And
at least it worked.
I
Go ahead.
motion over to the body and I say, "What do you know about this?"
Nothing other than that it's covered in a weird frost and dead. We've called the ambulance and the cops. We're just waiting for them to get here.
Is the guy's girlfriend still there, or was she also enticed away by a giant frozen yogurt?
No, she's pretty upset and still there, crying, and she's settled down a little bit, but she's still pretty upset.
Do I know either of these students? Have they ever been in my classes? Have I run into either of them?
Yeah, most students will have come through your class at one point or another. So you know that the student that died, or the corpse that you see before you, is what was the name? Lewis the Buckner, and you know that the girlfriend is Candace Lane, but she goes by Candy. You know that she is majoring in business, and that she's a member actually of the same sorority as Muffet. Muffet, what's the name of your sorority? Oh, your mic's off.
Oh,
Nope, you're good now.
Oh, you're back.
that was weird. I don't know. What should we call it, guys?
Alpha Beta Charlie.
So good old Alpha
Why
Beta
not?
Charlie, ABC sorority, the ABC sorority.
ABCs.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. That's their that's their song.
Oh no.
So at this point, you know that, and then Ambrose has wandered back in from the woods at this point.
One last thing I say to the librarian Pritchard, I said, they've called the authorities, right? Police and the...
Yeah, they're probably going to be here. I think they're like 10 minutes out max. Probably sooner.
Okay. I go over and I put my hand on Candace's back and I say, "I'm sorry, Candy."
And she kind of nods her head and just keeps crying and talking about they were going to get married after graduating, going to go on a sweet little honeymoon and all that stuff.
Maffei comes up and pats her on the back a little too hard.
As she is distracted by getting beaten by Maffei,
Yeah, she kind of jerks forward a little bit when she got hit.
I'm going to see if I can get like a sample of the frost that is on him for investigation.
Yeah, I'll just allow you to do that. You don't have to roll anything.
Okay. All right. And I'm presuming this stuff's going to melt real fast, so I'm going to haul ass back to my... Oh, sorry. Can I say it?
Yeah. You're good. You're good.
I'm going to haul Hinder back to my office to run tests and see if I can figure out what is going on.
Okay. And what are the rest of you doing?
I want to see if I recognize the frost at all. If I can try to picture what it might be from.
Yeah, I would. Do you
Or
have a specific...
investigate, I guess.
Investigate a mystery, or do you have a particular pararomantic move you want to use?
I don't know if I have any besides. I have spirit touch, so I can sense the supernatural. Could I try that?
Of course.
Okay, and then I can just roll plus weird.
If I see that she's going to try that, I'm going to kind of stop in my tracks and watch over one shoulder, see if I can see what's going on.
Okay.
So that would be, I think, let me see, a 7.
A 7, and you said it was spirit touch?
To kind of see if it's anything. Yeah, it's spirit touch. Just kind of look to see if it's anything supernatural.
Okay, and is that a move you already get?
Yeah, I got to pick two things, and I have monster empathy and spirit touch.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm just trying to look to see where it is so I know what to do with it. Helps when I'm on the actual playbook I need. And what did you get?
I got a 7.
Okay, so you choose either sense them fully, but they notice you too, or you sense only impressions.
Do I choose, or is it just based off of how I rolled?
You get to choose either of those from the 7 to 8. Or from
Well,
the
I'd like to
7.
sense them fully if I can.
Okay. All right, so here's how this is going to happen. So, Ambrose, describe how you're kind of doing your little spirit touch here. What does that look like?
I go like this.
Okay. So you do that, so you sense it fully, and just so you are aware, whatever has done this will know where and who you are. You're
That's
okay
fine.
with that? Okay.
Yeah.
So you get this impression of, it kind of does this, like, for lack of a better word, we'll call it, you get this extra sense of what's going on, and your eyes kind of take on we'll say a red hue, and they look much bigger than they normally are a little bit, but your teammates know you can kind of do this, so they're covering. So as you do this, you see back to the night prior. You see the Buck getting violently thrown off the top of his third-story dorm room and just kind of tumbling out and landing. But as he's falling, you can see that he's absolutely covered in frost. It looks like the frost killed him before he even hit the ground. The frost was so bad that it has taken this long to kind of just melt. Why it's taken folks this long to find him, who knows? Maybe there was some sort of supernatural thing kind of protecting it, and as it wore away, he became more noticeable and visible. And you also see, looking down from the balcony up top of the down at you, you see this spiritual apparition that's kind of wavering, and there's ice that is coming off of her hands and kind of floating through the air a little bit. She kind of looks to the right a little bit and to the left, and you can see that the back of her head is caved in, and it doesn't look good. And you get the sense that it is a dress from the 70s, and you can see that she is peering directly at you and hisses.
So it's a
Okay,
weird
cool.
looking Sub-Zero. Got it. Don't worry,
So-
guys. I know how to fight this. Scorpion is my starter. We got this.
So that is what you see. You get the sense that it is a ghost. And we are going to pause here on this cliffhanger to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back. All right, and we're back.
What's up?
So,
You.
we are now continuing the story of Elsa and Anna. No, wait, no. We're not doing that. We do not need Disney taking our stream down for copyright. Haha. That's a joke, Disney. That's a joke. Parody. Uh-oh, here come their lawyers. I'm getting arrested. Ah.
Mickey Mouse just like repels into my.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What you know, you son of a.
I'm gonna take you down.
He wants to
Now
taste the
that's
curve. He wants to
infringement.
taste
There
the
you go.
curve.
That's everybody.
That's pretty.
Why
that's
are there
pretty
10
hilarious.
lawyers standing outside my door with Mickey ears?
You don't want to know. Don't answer that.
I don't know, but I kind of want the rest of the game to just be aggro Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
How did you know that was going to be the overall arching villain of
We
this
found the
story?
big bad. All
And
right.
you found the big bad already. Okay, so we'll jump back that Ambrose saw this frost ghost, for lack of a better word right now, had killed the buck. And you are now, at this point, back in Professor Roberts' office.
Okay, well, I'm gonna relay any information that I find to the group.
As she is relaying, I am running various alchemical tests on the little tiny bit of frost that I got to see if I can gather any more information.
Okay.
So you see me with like lots of conical liquids, beakers of mysterious liquids, and I'll like pour one into the other. So thing goes, and you know it's science.
Okay, go ahead and
Science.
give me a. This is investigate a mystery.
Which is plus sharp. Okay, cool. I find out nothing of any value from doing that. Well, actually, that's not true. It's a 7, so that's a mixed success, right?
So mixed success. So you can ask one of the questions that are on that list.
All right, so we know that it is a frost ghost of some kind.
Yeah. So you can ask what happened here. What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What has it? What is it? Yeah. What was it going to do? What has been concealed here?
Well, we know what it can do, at least in part, and we know that it's some kind of frost ghost. What can hurt it?
Okay, you would know that the ghost is not going to take damage from any sort of regular mundane weapons. She's going to need to have some sort of yeah, basically nothing can really hurt her unless it's some sort of magic weaponry or you perform some sort of, say, exorcism or find out why she's killing and see if you can put an end to it that way.
In my experience as the elder statesman of this group, is it likely that I would have performed an exorcism at some point or another? Is
So
that something that you would tell me or that I should tell you?
you would tell me, but you're going to have to justify it.
I think I've probably tried. I doubt it was successful, given that I am not a priest, but I expect that I gave it a shot. Using whiskey for holy water.
Well, you'll know that it would require, this is what's called big magic. And with that, you're going to need to gather a lot of, for lack of a better word, ingredients in order to perform the exorcism, and that could take days. You may not have days to deal with this.
Okay. So exorcism or some kind of supernatural weaponry then, some kind of enchanted weaponry might be what we're looking at here.
And I will remind you that you could also find out why she's killing and see if you could resolve it that way.
You mean like reason and try and talk things through rather than just go in and beat the crap out of something? That doesn't seem right somehow, Dan.
That seems highly illogical.
Right.
Yeah, I don't follow. Okay, so do we know based on Ambrose's vision, do we know roughly where this took place?
Yeah, you know that it happened in the 70s. Or that the ghost was wearing clothes from the 70s.
No, like what building on campus this took place in?
Oh, yeah. The guy got murdered from his room balcony in the sorority, Triple Phi. He got pushed from it.
Okay, I know what I want to do. I want to go talk to the librarian and find out if he knows anything about any mysterious deaths that happened on this campus in the 1970s.
Okay.
With you, Teach, wherever you want to go.
All right, I relay that to the group. I say, I'm gonna go talk to Pritchard. Something happened here. We need to know more about it.
Okay.
Faye, having had a what?
I was just saying, Ambrose, thank you. You saved us a lot of time.
Really quick, I have monster empathy, or I can try to work out a creature's desires. Do I need to be in contact with the creature before I do that?
Let me take a quick look. Everyone keep role-playing talking.
I'm having a sugar crash.
You just passed out in the corner of the room.
Just like everything hurts.
Just
What a-
Froyo all over his face.
Just, oh God, it was everywhere.
Faye is on board with the librarian plan, having had a mentorship relationship in high school with a librarian named Niles. So she definitely
Niles.
she definitely respects the information that the librarian can give.
His brother Fraser was very insightful as well.
Yes, I heard he might have a TV rock show. No, wait, radio talk show. That's what I want. So,
There you
no, you can.
And that
answer...
would be in the 90s in the Pacific Northwest. So I think we are starting to dovetail here.
We are.
I'm listening.
So, yes, Kimmy, you do not need to be in contact with a monster. Since you're familiar with monsters, you can just make that roll.
Okay. I can do that now if it doesn't disrupt anything.
No, not yeah. You can
try
do
to
it in
see
time.
what it is most desiring.
Sure.
go for it.
Okay, let me pull up my dice.
What if
I
all it really
roll-
wants is some frozen yogurt?
That would actually be really nice. Okay, so I have a +2, so I got a 6. Oh wait, a 7. Sorry.
7. Okay, so you can ask one question then. You can ask me, what does it most desire? What would it accept as good enough for now? What would distract it?
What does it most desire?
Okay, I will give you this. It wants revenge for something. It killed a young man. It probably, you can guess and work out. You're aware of vengeance spirits, things like that. I'll say you know that it is probably seeking revenge for why or however she died. And she is going to continue to enact that until she can get that figured out, or she gets her vengeance. I will point out that you also kind of get the sense, just thinking this through with your empathy, that most likely she was a jilted lover of some kind, and you may want to go that route.
Okay.
Cool.
So bring her like a bottle of wine and be like, girl, he's not worth it.
Ice cream.
Yeah, there you go.
Some Froyo.
Some
Perfect.
Froyo.
Froyo.
Here we go.
Okay, so you're off to the librarian?
I am. I don't know if we want to split up as a group or and try reconnaissance elsewhere, or I don't know. Maybe Tommy has a game that he needs to go play. But
I
Tommy wants to head over to Tri-Fi and just ask the brothers at the house what they know about what happened.
I'm gonna
Good
go
idea.
hang out with Tommy. Just why not? It sounds like fun.
sure.
Sounds good.
What's Muffet
Come on,
up
Drew.
to
Buffet will go too.
with Tommy and the Drake?
Tommy and the Drake.
Sounds like a horrible '80s show.
I was
And
gonna
then
say it sounds like a morning radio show. Tommy and the Drake in the
Tommy
morning.
and the Drake.
That's gonna be our spinoff. There you go.
I can see it. And then Ambrose, what are you up to?
I'm gonna follow Bob.
Okay.
Go along with him.
All right. Who should we go with first? Should we do Tri-Fi or should we do the librarian?
Go with the librarian.
Okay. So Bob and Ambrose head off to the library. And when you get there, you see it's on the east side of campus. It's a much older building, actually, and it's kind of really nice and old Victorian Gothic style library. It's about 2-3 stories. Students are going in and out. You know that the Pritchard has his office up at the top. He's actually the head of the university library here. So you go up and before you enter in his office, you hear him kind of mumbling to himself as he's looking through index cards and in a card catalog. You can see that he's pulled it out and he's trying to figure something out and just mumbling, "Is that a place? Where did it go? Jeez."
I rap on his door with my cane as I'm walking in.
He looks up at you. "Oh, hey, Bob."
Doing some cataloging.
"Yeah, what gave that away?"
Your muffled curse words and the fact that you're flipping through an old card catalog.
"Yeah, there's a book I was looking for recently and it's gone missing, and it's unusual that it would have been taken."
What book might that be?
Nothing that would really interest you. Some old occult book on spells that we were going to have rebound and put on display at the local museum, but it's just, we don't know where it is right now.
You have a very strange set of ideas about what would not interest me.
Well, Bob, it's like we hardly know each other. You haven't even accepted my invites to go out for lunch.
I don't eat lunch. I drink it.
Yeah,
pull a flask
yeah,
out of my,
yeah,
take a
that's...
sip.
You know, Bob, if I see that again, I'm going to have to report you to the dean.
Does he have any mugs of coffee or anything on his desk, or like glasses that he might have been drinking out of earlier in that day, or anything like that?
Yes. He's got an old cup of hot tea that has gone cold.
Okay. Is there a potted plant or anything around?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I grab the tea, pour out his old cold tea into the potted plant, pour some whiskey into his mug, and hand it over to him. And I hold up my flask and say, "We're having lunch together now."
Okay, I don't know why it took you that long to figure out what I actually meant. And he tips at you and takes a sip. Ambrose, it's been a while since I've seen you in here. How's the etymology book just treating you?
Full of bugs.
Ah, that's funny because there's dust mites in them. What can I do for both of you today?
Well, I expect I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the historical records of this college, but you've been here a while and you know the history, so I thought I'd start with you and go straight to the point. Did anything happen here in the 1970s that the dean and the rest of the college might have wanted to keep quiet for whatever reason? And with my cane, I reach back and push his door closed as I'm talking.
So, I just want to point out, the professor has learned to close doors from the Drake.
Make sure that the knob actually is closed this time.
Yeah.
So, we end up...
I say a silent thank you to the Drake.
And we cut over to the Drake feeling like, wait, did some actually compliment me?
You get a little extra skip in your step just for a moment.
Yeah.
An extra bonus. He
Oh.
gets a +1 forward for any rolls he'll make for Froyo. So the librarian looks at you and says, well, are we talking about the time that certain politicians visited, or are we going for more of the how shall I put this, macabre?
I think you know the answer to that question. And I top off his glass a little bit, take a swig from my flask.
Okay, so the politician that we had visited us back in 1970.
Okay, clearly you don't know the answer to that question.
I thought you were a history buff and a political buff. Oh, you're one of. Oh, okay. You're here for the other. You're here for the macabre stuff, yeah.
When someone asks about something that the dean might want to keep quiet from the 1970s, usually it's not the political visitors that they're after. It's something that would have made the papers and possibly brought
Yeah,
them
you
to the
don't know
college.
about some of the political history here. We'll get into that another time. It's just dark, 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 dark. Anywho, the macabre, which is much lighter. There was an odd suicide a number of years ago.
Around what year would that have been?
1972.
do you
There
know
was
about it?
a young girl, unfortunately. It's pretty not great. She,
Suicides usually aren't.
yeah, I'll keep this as kind and not gory details as possible. Long and short of it, Evelyn Bradshaw, she was discovered to have been pregnant, and she jumped from the 4th story floor of her sorority and killed herself.
And this was 1972, you said.
Yeah. About 20
Is there any
years
record that
ago.
in-
20 years ago, actually, I think, this week.
To this very day, perhaps?
No, I think it was either a couple of days from now or something like that. It's kind of bizarre. Weird timing, huh? And he looks to the camera and winks.
Wait, there's a camera in here?
No.
Like the moment in Fleabag where she breaks the fourth wall and the guy's like, who are you talking to?
David Lynch just like scurries outside behind a filing cabinet.
Oh crap, I've been spotted.
Okay, so
Okay, all right, so back into character. So did this make the local papers at all, or did it get hushed up pretty quick?
no, it didn't get hushed up. I mean, if you ask me, I think she was having a relationship with one of the professors, to be honest.
Do you have any suspicions as to who that might have been?
I personally wasn't here then. May benefit you to look through the old faculty records that we have down in the basement.
Yeah, I was going to do that anyway, but I was also wondering if you had any suspicions that you might point me in the general direction, because there was a lot of faculty here at that
Well,
time.
the only thing that would make some form of sense is she was majoring in English.
That's unfortunate.
You're an English professor, aren't you?
Last time I checked.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, well, with that information, I tip my hat. I top off the rest of his mug of whiskey, and I head straight on down to the collected papers and historical records of the university to start doing some good old-fashioned detective work that we could probably do within a montage, because I don't think anybody really wants to hear me flip through a whole bunch of different newspapers and books and drop things on my foot.
Yeah,
and accidentally
that's-
rip pieces of paper.
That's
I would
gonna
like
be-
to hear that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
gonna be
Montage.
that's gonna be the extended extra behind the scenes footage ASMR video that we do of you doing that for about 10 minutes. So, Ambrose, what have you been up to as our intrepid professor has been giving the conversation?
I mean, I've been here, so I've been just listening to him have that conversation because I was right next to him.
Oh, no, I understand. I didn't know if there was anything you were up to or whatnot.
There's no excitement behind the scenes. It's
Yeah,
just me
that's
listening
true.
to him.
I will point out that there were some, you noticed that there were some moths flying around in the room a little bit, and they got your
Okay.
interest, and there was a little
I
spider.
appreciated those a lot.
Yeah, being the bug master you are, I figured you'd enjoy
Sure
that.
love those bugs.
Yes. So we're going to jump over to the Triple Phi crew. What's your approach to get into the building?
So I'm gonna go just knock on the door and try to chat with one of the brothers that I've had a competitive relationship with most of this fraternity, but they all seem to pretty much know me.
Okay, you knock on the door, and you are let in. So, Bloodstone, what are you doing here?
Yeah, Mikey. What happened to Buck?
Did you not see him get taken off by the coroner?
Well, yeah, I know that much. I know he's DED, man, but what happened?
Mickey looks at you like, right, he's that. I don't know, man. We're still trying to figure that out ourselves. What do you want?
Well, I want to know what happened. Look, me and Buck had, history. We all know that, but seriously, I didn't want him dead. So did he kill himself or
Did Buck strike you as the type of dude who would do that?
Buck strike me as the type of dude who would do almost anything. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
He just kind of.
Look, man, I heard he fell out the window. Did he fall out his bedroom window?
Yeah.
Can I see his room?
What are you? That is sick. What is
Look, man.
wrong with you?
Maybe he left a note. Did you check?
Yeah. There's no notes, my friend.
I don't think I believe you.
Look, can you just. What do you want? We're going to have to ask you to leave.
No, man. Seriously. Look, I know this is hard on you, and I'm going to basically kind of take him by the shoulder and start escorting him away and just kind of make a motion to Muffet and to Drake and see if I can get them to head up the stairs while I'm trying to chat this dude away.
Okay, give me a act under pressure to see if you can distract this dude.
Ooh, that's good. That's going to be, what do I add to that? Dun, 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 dun. Cool. So that's 12.
Okay, so you absolutely succeed in what you set out to do. And he's distracted, so Muffet and the Drake can get in and get up to his room. So
Alright.
Muffet and the Drake, what are you up to?
Going up to his room. Obviously.
I was just following. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible, so everybody can trust me
Okay.
and not kick me out.
I'm naturally quiet. I'm a stealth little person
So
in my combat boots.
So you make it up to his room, and you see that the door is locked. And you try to... Well, I mean, the door is not locked. You pop it open. And coming down the hall, the Drake hears this guy called out, "Whoa, Are you the Froyo guy?
You've seen my work.
I have. Dude, I wanted to be like you. I've dedicated my life to being a sandwich artist.
That's you know what? That's really cool. I mean, I'm just doing it for the Guinness Book of World Record. I
Yeah.
want to be a record holder. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I want to stack like the tallest sandwich ever.
Dude, you should do it. What sandwich? What type of sandwich?
A Monte Cristo.
It's fancy. That sounds French.
But
I like it.
Have you heard of this like weird cartoon? I think it's Blondie or something. There's this dude called Dagwood, and he is this like fat stack sandwich. He's my inspiration, as are you. Can I get your autograph?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Great.
Here you
Now,
go.
This is going to sound weird. Could you sign my stomach?
Okay. I also have suspicious mind. Can I like use it to see if this guy's like messing with me and like possibly like I don't know. Why am I thinking my words? I don't know. Has an ulterior motive.
I'll give you this. You don't have to roll on that. He is legit into you.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I'll just wait. What was the picture? What was the question again?
He wanted you to sign his stomach so he can get a
sign his
tattoo.
stomach.
Because it's
right.
symbolic of like food and all that.
Hey, how about a handshake instead? I mean, that's cool. I'm good.
Oh,
you know.
Man, okay. Could you at least
Hey,
put it
man,
on a
I'm
piece
sorry.
of paper?
Yeah, let's do that, man.
Could
yeah,
you-
there was a dead body earlier today.
I know, man.
I think it's just weird.
Yeah.
You know.
The Froyo and the sandwiches,
Yeah,
though. I think that's a thing we could do together.
We can hang out.
That'd be amazing.
Stomachs just need to be, covered at all times.
I got
Great.
you. We gotta work up to that. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
On the paper, could you make that out to Steve the Jake Johnson?
Steve the Jake Johnson.
Yeah, that would be great. I used to go by the Snake, but that was like uncool, so I had to change it to the Jake. I have a really sweet van with a snake on the side painted on it. Front end of it's a little busted up, but other than that, it's quite cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
For those listening at home, that's an in-joke to a game that we played previously.
So with all this, Maffei actually rolls her eyes so hard that she almost blacks out for a second. So she has to kind of shake it off. And she just kind of walks past them while they're having this love fest in the hallway and goes into the room to investigate.
Okay, so Drake is acting as a distraction so you can investigate the room yourself. So you get in there, it's a typical jock's room. In fact, it looks like the exact duplicate of Tommy Bloodstone's dorm room. I mean, down to instead of a football poster, it's a basketball poster, everything. There's kind of a weird little, hamper of clothing. So you're in there. What do you do?
I'd like to look for anything that can indicate that the freeze occurred while still in the room.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigate a mystery.
That's an 8.
Okay, with an 8, you can ask me one question from the sheet, which is what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
What was the last thing you just said? What was being what here?
What is being concealed here?
What is being concealed here?
Okay. We'll say Muffy is pretty in tune with the supernatural and all this at this point. So you see that there are frostburn marks on the carpet, and you see that the force kind of knocked him out. You also look over and see that there are some notes that are spread out on the bathroom counter. And they are signed, "I had a really good time the other night. Can't wait for you to break up with your girlfriend, Shelley."
am I going to be able to remember all that, or should I pocket those?
It's up to you. I'd say Muffy
You know
would.
what?
Go ahead.
Okay. Muffy would what?
No, I
Muffet.
assume she'd remember Muffet, but it would probably not be a bad idea to pocket them, if that's what your inclination is.
We might need to look for evidence on them, and Muffet has pockets sewn into her cheerleader outfit for just such occasions, because weapons and things have to go there too. So she pockets the note. And I also would like to. Am I good on time? Are they still having their love fest out in the hallway?
Oh, they are so deep into the ingredients of Froyo and sandwiches right now.
So I look back and see it and scoff so hard that I almost choke. And then go back to. I just want to see if there's anything else in the room that could like conjure a ghost or anything fun in here.
Not in here. You get the sense that the ghost came here for some reason. Perhaps it had been sent.
All right, so I got to go out and break up this love fest.
Yes.
Hey, are we gonna get going to that after party, or are we just gonna stand around and talk sandwiches all day?
I mean, I'm down for both, but yeah, we should probably go. Pleasure meeting you. Stack on.
Ooh, that's my new catchphrase. Stack on. Ooh.
Stack on. Yeah.
And he kind of looks up to the ceiling and just dreams about stacking on.
We'll reconvene.
He's not even paying attention to you anymore.
Yeah. I pat him on the back to get him going a little too hard.
Right. You see, when you get to my level of fame, you'll understand one day.
So we cut down Muffet and the Drake come downstairs, and Tommy is just having a long, boring conversation with his new friend.
So, like I was saying, you need to invest in Apple right now. It's probably the smartest move to do. I understand that you're low on funds, but promise me that you will invest in this.
No.
It's got nowhere to go but up.
No, I'm going to invest in their competition pair.
Look, man, I take one class maybe a day, and this is the way to go. But I understand.
I have contrary. I'm going to invest into Gateway.
Hey, I want to get in that Gateway boat with you, buddy. You look like a smart one.
It's going to be the future. I mean, that cow print.
That works.
The cow print is pretty sweet.
All right, so your crew rolls out of there. So what you gathered is love notes from a girl to the Buck, telling him that they had had a good time the other night, and that he's looking forward to him breaking up with his girlfriend.
Ellie.
And we cut back to Ambrose and Bob popping out of the library.
All right, so have I already done the research part? We're skipping over that?
Yeah, I think it would be boring if we interacted with that.
Okay. Can you tell me what I have learned from my research? Do I need to roll investigate a mystery on that?
No, because your friend Ambrose knows what you were looking for.
Yeah, she knows that I was looking for a name, Eric Cleveland.
Yes, and here's what you got. You discovered Eric Cleveland was an English professor back in the 70s. He retired many, many years ago, and he left the campus very shortly after Eveline died.
Okay.
Do we know if he still lives? Is he still living? Is he still living in the area?
Yes, he is. He's in a little bit of a suburb. I need someone to give me a read a bad situation right now. Can be anyone.
Okay. I'm on it.
Go for it, Teach.
Okay. I was gonna. Never mind.
Read a bad situation, and that is plus sharp. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I'll allow Tyler, if you have a special move that can help out with that, go for it.
Yeah, I thought I didn't pick it. I picked Suspicious Mind, Contrary, and Sneaky.
Okay.
All right, so we're like all meeting up outside of the library at this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I rolled a 6 + 2, so that is 8.
Okay. Here is what I will give you. As you're all standing around, it's getting towards dusk, and Teach, you happen to look over and you see a couple students chit-chatting together, and all of a sudden you see girl's chest blow outward as a tree branch comes barreling through it, killing her instantly. And the dude standing in front of her gets splattered in blood, and he just starts screaming.
So just a branch, not attached to anything else.
Nope.
I turned to Ambrose. Do you study this in science? Does this happen?
Blood? Blood definitely happens.
Do like trees come alive and start stabbing people?
Yeah, that's normal. That's like everyday stuff.
I immediately start. I run over. Cane at ready to beat anything and to try and see what's going on.
So you get there and you see a image of a ghost starting to fade away, and there's kind of frost covering the tree branch.
I say, Evelyn, can you hear me?
She's gone.
Damn it.
And you do notice that the dude was holding a Furby as a gift for the lady he was talking to.
From
Now
FAO
it's a
Schwartz.
blood-covered Furby.
A blood-covered Furby.
Didn't
So
they
did
used
the-
to say things, the Furbies?
Yeah, I was
Did-
just gonna
did-
say,
Yeah.
did it learn to say like what?
no!
Yeah, what the guy said as he was dying. So this
Extremely
Furby now
cursed.
knows this guy's dying words.
Yeah.
Ouch, that hurt. Ouch, that hurt.
So, is there a possibility that whatever did it, this ghost is still around right this minute, like nearby?
Maybe.
Can Muffet pull out some glitter from one of her pockets and blow it in the direction where the ghost was, and see if she can catch it that way?
Sure.
Illuminate the ghost.
So Muffy, with the glitter, and just puffs out and falls to the ground. There's no ghost there.
Hmm.
A waste of good glitter.
To save you time, I'll tell you that the ghost is gone. You're not going to get anything here. She just committed another murder.
Hmm.
And you have the dude that is standing right there, absolutely in shock.
I'm gonna just do useless CPR on the chick that has a tree
Makes more
branch
blood
sticking
come out of the
her.
hole.
We are too far away from a Froyo thing, so I am pretty useless right now.
Okay.
But I will.
I will take the. I'm sorry, Tyler. I interrupted you.
It's okay.
I was just gonna say I'll take the whiskey flask out of my pocket and just hand it to the guy and say, "You probably need this more than I do."
He just chugs it. She told me she had ended it with her. I don't. He's stumbling
Ended it
over
with
his
who?
words, and
I grab him. Ended it with who?
her boyfriend at home, back home. We were gonna go out.
Who is her boyfriend back home?
I
What's his
don't
name?
know. I just said they had broken it off, and we're just gonna go out and get lunch. And he just looks crestfallen.
What's your name, man?
Billy.
Nice. Do you have a last name?
Gruff.
Do I recognize the girl who's been killed? Is it someone that?
No, some random student.
That's her name. Random student.
Random student.
Oh man, random student. She had such a bright future ahead of her.
Stay with me, random student. Stay with me.
So
Buffet
Okay.
rolls her eyes again
Can I-
really hard, but cleans off the Furby. Takes the
Can I-
Furby and cleans it off for him.
Can I investigate and just like look around to see like maybe there's like did the ghosts leave anything at
No.
all or like
No.
any residue?
Go ahead and investigate a mystery. Make your roll.
Okay. 7 + 2.
Okay, so you got a 9, so you get to hold 1 and ask any of the questions under investigative mystery.
Yes. Where is that?
Oh, so you can
Okay.
ask. Do you see?
Yeah,
it?
here it is. Okay, so yep. So where did it go?
Okay, I will give you this. You have shared enough information now that you've picked up that the ghost is hunting down people that are in relationships and cheating. Those that are being unfaithful.
Got it.
So you get the idea that she is probably going to be popping around campus hunting for something like that.
Yes, absolutely. So okay, so I piece this together right here.
Yep. Yeah, you've got
Okay.
enough information to do that.
Right. Okay. So gang. Okay, gang. So it seems like anybody who is not being I'm gonna try to be very as the partner is right here. I'm gonna be very careful with my next words. Smashing somebody else with their dangly bits. Yeah. So that was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. I want to be sensitive towards their partner. That this person was clearly making sweet love with somebody else that's not them, and I think we should definitely make a call out there, and try to figure out who might be the next villain or the next victim. I'm sorry, the next victim. So they don't kill somebody who, like this person right over here, cheated on their partner with. Horrible, probably multiple times. Very graphic. And yeah.
I pull another flask out of my coat and hand it to the guy and say, "You're probably going to need this too."
He takes it in a shaky hand and just... All right, so what's the Scoob crew going to do?
I say, astonishingly enough, I believe Drake is correct.
Teach, do you think maybe we should just run a sting op on here?
Personally, I wasn't going to go that route, but
I mean, I trust Muff, and I know she trusts me. So, why don't I just spend the night with Drake and we'll just see what happens together and then maybe the ghost will pop up and attack me.
well,
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna
Drake
tell
is
you-
kind of cute, so
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah.
Maybe the ghost likes Froyo.
Well, I'm not going to tell you how to run your private life. Let's head back to my office for some reconnaissance.
I still live with my parents, so I just want everybody to just know that we have to be quiet after 7:30. Yeah, they're really religious.
I get that.
Yeah.
Back
I
to your
can- I
office,
can-
Teach.
I
Okay.
can step in for anything after 7:30.
Hang out.
Okay. But okay.
Let's go.
To the
Okay,
professor's office.
dissolve. Back to the office.
To the office. All right, you're back in the office. You've gathered the information. You know that I'll give you this. You've been able to piece that she's probably after this professor. There's probably some form of infidelity going on. You have the name of the girl, Shelley. There is a missing book from the library on the occult. And that, yeah, she's got frost powers and all that. And that normal weapons won't hurt her. So now you got to make a plan on how to take her down.
Okay, so the missing book on the occult was not a book that I had taken, because that was what I was getting from that conversation, was that he was trying to nail me for a book that I had
No,
taken.
oh no, it's not one you
Okay.
taken.
Big old library find.
Okay, so out of character brainstorming, my personal feeling is to go and find this professor and bring him back and try and conjure the spirit and work, do some kind of something that will bring justice to this woman. But the added wrinkle is that it sounds like the ghost has been conjured by someone else who is using her as a force of vengeance, possibly this Shelley person.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm assuming the librarian is her old boyfriend.
The librarian's, no. The librarian's like in his 50s. Oh, no. The librarian, the ghost that died?
Yeah.
No.
They're not previous lovers that ended up. I'm trying to do math age here, and now we're bringing in the 70s with the 90s, and so I'm trying to subtract here.
I think librarian is innocent bystander who happened to know stuff.
Yes.
There's never an innocent bystander that happens to know stuff.
All right, fair point. Maybe he's the mastermind behind it all. That could be the ultimate. He's Mickey Mouse underneath the librarian costume, and he's just gonna nail us.
So you guys are close to getting this figured out.
Does anybody know this Shelley? Would any of us know this Shelley?
Could she be one of the sorority girls?
Ambrose knows who she is.
I know who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Can I talk to her?
Yes. I'll give you this. She is an old friend that had expressed interest in the occult.
Okay.
Do we have specifics on what book on the occult was taken?
You did not ask.
Yeah, good point. I didn't ask. Because I presumed that it was a book that I had stolen. Fair point. That's a thing I
Can
should have
ask
considered.
about the book?
Are you going to go talk to Shelley?
Yeah.
Okay. So she happens to be in the same dorm hall as you, and
Point of order.
Yeah.
I don't think she should do this alone. I
Your
think
call.
that someone should be there, maybe in hiding, but I don't think she should go talk to this Shelley person who is potentially conjuring a vengeful spirit by herself.
I have
Yeah.
bugs with me.
Yeah.
You know
Muffet
what?
should go with her.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna step up here and walk away.
Sounds about right. Call you Vanilla Ice.
all right. So who's going off to talk to Shelley?
I'll
Me?
go along.
All right. Muffet and
Muffet and Ambrose.
Ambrose set off. So they go over to where Ambrose is hanging out in the dorms, or where she lives, and gets to Shelley's room, and you see that there is frost on the door.
Fire?
What's that? I didn't quite hear you.
Fire?
You want to use fire?
A little fire?
Go if you want.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, fire.
Maybe. Can we?
You can try, or you could just open the door.
Okay, then we open the door.
I'm sorry. I mean, you might set the whole building on fire. That's your call.
I just wanted to burn the mother down. That's all.
Right.
There's nothing
We
wrong
don't
with
need
setting the building on fire.
We know how much you like to set things on fire. And
But before we go too much farther, I want there to be some means of them to communicate with the rest of us if things break bad. maybe like
Walkie-talkies.
they have walkie-talkies, or maybe like a beeper or a pager or something like that.
You're
I
probably
think,
gonna.
I think we can do
Walkie-talkies?
code on pagers.
I have a Nokia. It's
I don't know what that means.
it's
phone
indestructible.
brick,
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
All right, we're
I'm
getting
s-
close to the end.
It's on
here.
my beeper.
All right.
Yeah, let's go
Little
with
carrier
beeper slash
pigeon.
pagers.
Beaver slash pagers. Okay, there's frost on the door. You pop it open, and you see Shelly completely frozen over with a book clutched in her hands.
Uh-oh.
Go.
Can we check her vitals and just see if there's any chance that there's a pulse or anything like
No,
that?
she's frozen solid dead.
Dead?
Dead.
So this is a dead end.
You have the
Literally.
book. But yes, it is a dead end.
Oh man,
A
you should
literal
return that.
dead
You should
end.
return that book. Those late fees are going to be.
Here,
bad.
can I beep her and just be like, everything cool?
So
You up?
beep beep beep.
Can I get the book? Am I
Sure.
able to extract it from? Is it frozen to her in any way, or can I
I
just
mean,
take it?
you can pry it off a little bit by breaking a couple icicles. So you get the book, and you see that it's an old book on Wiccan spells of summoning demons.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna need to take that back with us.
Okay, so we fast forward, and you're back in the.
Actually,
Go ahead.
okay, no, that's fine. Let's go back to the library, and then we'll go through the book and just see if there's any pages that have been like marked or anything.
Yeah, I'll give you this. You're all experts enough that you determine that there is a spell in there that was used to summon a ghost.
Captain Obvious.
Beat. While they were gone doing that, can I actually like do any research into like finding ways to keep us from like being frozen by this ghosty?
Sure. Tell me what you're going to do or how you're planning to do that.
I would just kind of go through, I guess, kind of the head over to the library to see if there's anything on the occult about ghosts that freeze people or anything along those lines.
There's really not. You get from your research, there's nothing you can really do to prevent the freezing.
God, I really need like internet that can search for things. I'm going to start going through the actual encyclopedia.
Okay.
I have a private library of occult books in my office too.
Which may be your better option.
We can
I'm
go
already-
through this.
I'm already flipping through those, and I'm also looking through the yellow pages. Anybody remember those? To try and find this Eric Cleveland guy, the former professor who has bailed.
Yes, you know that he's in town, is what you kind of know from that. And
I'm hanging out with like a bunch of like skater and weird people.
yeah.
Not really having the time of my life. It's not as cool as I expected it to be.
Yeah. No. So, what's the overall plan?
All right. Well, have they returned with the frozen book as of yet?
Yeah,
They have.
and we Captain Obvious that it would have been used to summon a ghost.
Okay, it had been used to summon a ghost. Yeah, I couldn't have figured that out. Okay.
Could possibly one of the skater people who are weird that I'm hanging out with know anything about a ghost or anything?
No. Probably not. They're like, oh, you mean that really cool movie Ghost in the Shell that came out like in theaters last year? It's real trippy.
Oh yeah. Or Patrick Swayze situation.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah,
You're dead, Willie.
that's a good movie.
All right. Well, what time of day is it?
It's mid-afternoon, getting on towards evening at this point.
Okay. So wait, she killed somebody. The ghost showed up and killed somebody like late morning.
I mean, she probably had something to do then in the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah. Good point.
Can I ask the
Um,
group of people
Ghost.
like, hey, by any chance, did anybody cheat on anybody late recently? not to be weird or anything. How about them cheaters? All right.
Dude, do we look like the kind of cool dudes that get girlfriends? I mean, yeah, we are. Why we're not going to cheat? We're not stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, how faithful is everybody here? Everybody faithful? You know, how about that faithful life?
They kind
Raise the
of
roof.
they look at you and like, what are you after, my dude?
Just wondering how somebody could possibly cheat. I'm trying to use my suspicious mind.
Yeah, you're not getting anything from these guys.
All right. Well,
Right.
you know, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
All right, so I send out a message to everyone who is on our group chat via beeper. And I'm guessing that I have like an extreme character limit on what I can tell anybody, and so I just send a note that says Professor, because I am going to go get Eric Cleveland.
Okay. So I'm sure somebody goes, well, yeah, Bob is a professor. Why is he telling us now?
Mine's cutting off and saying he's going to Cleveland. Anybody else get that?
Yeah, it just says Cleveland. Everybody's like, wow, weird place to visit, but okay.
So,
I mean, I understand that Cleveland
Take
rocks.
a wrong
but...
turn in Albuquerque.
So Bob goes off to get the professor. What are the rest of you up to?
I'm into the D's on the encyclopedia.
I saw another group walk by the skater kids that looked way more interesting, and now I had to go to the bathroom, and now I'm hanging out with a different group of people.
Okay, what's Ambrose up to?
I feel like I don't have many places to go, so I would just follow Bob.
Okay, so Ambrose goes with Bob to get the professor. And Muffet.
Good. I was hoping someone would
Muffet.
come with me.
Yes. Maffei is using the book to study up on what kind of weapons might actually work and preparing accordingly.
Okay, I will say this: if to fight the ghost, you would need Muffy would know you'd need to get enchanted magic weapons in order to harm a ghostly threat.
Do you need to get them, or can you enchant them by using knowledge from the book?
You could use knowledge from the book. I'm sure Bob has some just in case break glass magic weapons in his office.
All right. I'm going to be searching Bob's office, and I probably have something, though, because I have a little of everything.
Yeah, I'd imagine that you do. Okay. So Bob and Ambrose, you get to the Professor Cleveland's house. It's an older part of the neighborhood, kind of beat up a little bit, and you see him out there watering his grass.
Eric Cleveland,
Yes.
were you a professor at, already forgot the name, Mount Brisbane College, 1972?
Yeah, I was there for quite a number of years, and I retired from there.
I think I need to talk to you about a girl.
My wife?
Unless your wife takes a rather spectral form, no.
I mean, first thing in the morning, she's pretty spectacle.
I don't know what to do with that.
Neither do I.
I believe you're going to have to come with me.
Well, I don't know what you mean.
And I just kind of take I take my cane and just kind of try to wrap him over the head to knock him unconscious.
I will point out this is a 70-year-old man.
I wrap him over the head lightly.
I tap him unconscious. Tap it in. Tap it in.
Just, ow, what are you doing, you crazy man? He sprays you with
just
his
smother
hose.
him a little.
So wait, how frail is this guy?
I mean, not frail. He sprays you with his hose and you tries to bash him over the head.
Okay, then I attempt to bash him over the head again, slightly harder, because I'm attempting to knock him unconscious.
Okay, you knock him unconscious.
Okay.
Poor old man. Ambrose, how are you feeling about this elder abuse?
It's beautiful. I'm just enjoying it.
Take that, old professor. How dare you fail me, even though you were never there. You're the anyway. Okay.
I load him up into the back of my awesome monster hunting car, which is a 1981 Volvo station wagon. And
Nice.
I make sure to conscientiously turn off the hose before leaving.
Very good. So back to
Always
campus
the
you go.
environmentalist.
Yes. So you're back.
And presuming that his wife is in the house, I yell into the window, "I'm going out for smokes," and then take off, hoping that she doesn't notice that I sound absolutely nothing like Professor.
Who knows? So off you go, and we're back. Everyone's gathered in the professor's office. The old Cleveland is kind of shaking his head and coming back into consciousness, and
He is tied. I have tied his hands behind him and his legs to a chair.
so he kind of like said, what sort of weird stuff has this college got into since I retired?
Frankly, you disgust me.
Well, you discussed me assaulting an old man.
You have broken the sacred oath of English professors. Never sleep with a student.
No, that rule 1 is always sleep with students.
What does the name Evelyn Bradshaw mean to you?
His eyes kind of go wide. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I light up a cigarette and start to kind of flick the ash in his general direction.
Aw. Where are the rest of you doing?
Can I be anywhere near him or no?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'll just see him and get bored with the group and go up to him and go, hey, who's this guy?
All right. Who the heck is this weird man? I'm tied to a chair, young man. Could you kindly untie me?
No. Then I look over to the professor to confirm. No.
I shake my head.
No. Sorry, guy.
Very disappointed.
I threaten the old man that I'm gonna play some hip new music some grunge music if he doesn't start talking.
Not the grunge. Oh, my poor delicate ears. So that breaks him down a little bit, and he
Sweet.
some
I was about to switch to Real Big Fish.
he
Don't break me.
he kind of lets out a big sigh, and he says, "Ugh, I'm just tired. She and I had a relationship, and I just couldn't let my wife find out, and I pushed her."
I'm sorry, Dana, you cut out a little bit on my end. Did he say that he pushed her?
He pushed her.
Okay. All right. Well, this took a turn I was not entirely expecting. Okay. I say, well, I think that you owe her a bit of an apology, and I believe you should deliver it personally.
Well, if there's any way I could, I would.
I reach up to my book of my shelf of occult materials, and I pull out a Ouija board, and I say, "Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a way."
Oh, good. So what are the rest of you doing?
Maffei pulls out a custom planchette. She's got that too.
Okay.
I see that everybody else is serious and not happy with this guy. I have no idea what's happening. I'm just glaring at him. I'm just staring him down. Just like, oh yeah, we got you. Oh yeah.
Just angrily eating frozen yogurt at him.
Yeah, just eating frozen yogurt.
Just throwing sprinkles in his direction.
What's Ambrose up to?
I'm just kind of just taking it in. I don't really have like I don't really have another thing to do.
All right. And Tommy.
Tommy's on the L's in the encyclopedia. So
You haven't
Okay.
even come back yet.
I'm at Lithuania.
Okay. So what's the plan?
Well, speaking personally, my plan was to actually attempt to summon her and allow her to take her vengeance against this man.
Okay. What's the rest of the group feeling?
And I just ask him, like, what's her weakness besides gravity? What is her weakness?
Besides gravity. Okay, that took me a second. I'm not gonna lie, that took me a second.
Oh man.
Does he not respond to me?
He just kind of looks at you. What the? Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm presuming that while he was unconscious, I have done some reconnaissance with Maffei, who has been researching this and perhaps has come up with some things that we might do to ultimately banish or in some way assuage the rage of this creature.
Yes. She knows probably getting an apology out of the dude will take care of the problem.
Well, that seems reasonable. Okay, then I am going to set the Ouija board down in front of him.
Okay.
Place the awesome custom planchette that Maffei has offered me. I am going to draw a chalk circle around him, a magical occult chalk circle, and I'm going to step outside of that chalk circle.
Aha, hopscotch. Yes.
Yes. And then I am going to hold my cane in front of me and lower my head and say, Evelyn, if you're here, I have someone who'd like to talk to you.
Okay. Maffei, you're going to have to help him out.
Maffei pulls out her crucifix, usually used for vampire slaying, and actually sprinkles a little bit of a vial of some holy water on it, and joins in the calm pleased for this person to come speak with us.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
seance
has some-
time here.
Maybe
Okay.
has some words, maybe some candles. Pulls out her
Yep.
white girl candles. She's ready to go.
All right.
We stopped by Bath and Body Works on the way back and just loaded up the back of the car with all kinds of cinnamon apple scented candles and stuff.
Sounds good. Okay. So you set the scene, you do your seance, and everyone in the room starts to see the walls frost over a little bit. And as it gets closer and closer to the chalk circle, the frost gets deeper and colder and thicker. And then all of a sudden, the ghost pops into presence, and you can see that she is in all her terrifying glory. Side of the head's bashed in, eyes are dead cold, like little wisps of frost are coming out of them. Her hands are dripping with ice, and you hear a voice that says, "Who wants to talk to me? Who?"
This is Professor Cleveland, and I believe he would like to offer his apologies. Isn't that right, Professor Cleveland?
So Cleveland is looking up at this terrifying visage before him and is absolutely speechless and just not sure. And there's tears running down his eyes, and he just starts to say in a real slow whisper as it gets louder and louder, I'm sorry, I should never have done that. I'm sorry. I was truly in love with you. I panicked. I made a stupid decision. If I could have taken it back, I would have. I am so sorry I ruined your life by ending it shortly. And the tears continue to come. And the ghost, you can kind of see the terrifyingness kind of drain away. You see the frost melt, almost as if her heart is thawing, one might say. And you can kind of see her take on more of a less damaged presence, like the wound on the back of her head heals and the blood on her dress leaves, and she slowly approaches the professor and lays her hand over his heart, and you can see that frost starts to cover him, and there is a blinding poof of light, and they're both gone.
Oh, like the guy's gone too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, that was crazy. So,
I light up a cigarette and say, "Who wants to come with me to try and explain this to his wife?"
I can.
We gotta explain these things now.
Is she the one paying, or do we get paid if we don't have to fight it ourselves, or how does this work?
wait, are we getting paid for this? Did I just wait? What's happening?
I always get paid. I don't know about you, but
I got dragged into this. I have no idea. I mean, can I get something off my tuition? That'd be cool.
Tell you what, Drake. Best I can do is get you free use of the frozen yogurt machine for about a week.
Yes. Tell lunch lady Helga, like, yeah, no, tell her what's for.
So we fast forward a couple of days. Professor Robert is sitting in his office. It's been cleaned up from the seance and all that. The rest of the crew is out doing whatever they're doing, being regular college students. Froyo guy is just enjoying his time with the Froyo machine. Tommy,
with my sandwich friend.
with your sandwich friend.
Yeah.
Tommy and Muffet are out on that date that kept getting pushed off because of monster hunting. Ambrose is off having fun with moths in the woods. And our intrepid professor is sitting there. He hears a knock on the door. Older lady walks in, long gray hair, dress, kind of has some moons and star necklaces hanging around her neck, and she looks to Robert and says, "You know that mystery you just solved? It's connected to something bigger." And across the screen flashes "to be continued."
All right.
Ah,
And
continue.
then Nick Fury says, "I hear you can talk to ghosts."
So that wraps up the current adventure. There are some plot hooks that connect to an overarching story we will wrap up next week. We are going to do a quick go around of saying goodbye. I'm Dan, again, member of Creators Assemble. Thank you for joining us for the live stream tonight. We had a blast doing Honey Heist, and this was a little bit more of a serious turn. You can follow all of our shenanigans over on YouTube, our Twitter or Facebook page. Joe.
Yep, you can find me at Joe Barrett on Twitter. Also, go ahead over to creatorsassemble.org where you can find out more about our amazing team. And yeah.
Moni.
I am at Moni Bear across all the socials, and also check out the Creepin' It Real podcast, because first thing tomorrow morning we are going to record an episode on unsolved axe murders throughout history. So if you like creepy shiz, that's the place to be.
Tyler, where can we find you?
You can find me at thegrandgeekgathering.com, or you can follow us also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and of course here on Twitch. If you follow us, that would be amazing. I do a lot of editing, a lot of we're doing now every single Friday with guests, Marvel talkback of the episode that came out the night before, and full of spoilers and awesome discussions with comic book creators, actors, writers, stunt people, and basically all the famous people, all the people who are way more famous than I am on there. And that'll be every Friday at 8 p.m. Also, our Most Extreme Ranking Challenge show, which is our YouTube show, will also be coming up on Twitch as well. But we also do live on Instagram Live, where we competitively rank things and debate chaos and lots of bargaining. And so, yeah, you can check us out on all the stuff. We have so many different shows and so many different offerings. So yeah, thegrandgeekgathering.com.
Awesome. Joel.
I am at Joel A. Bacher on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me if you like weird music stuff and or pictures of cats. Yeah, that's about it. I possibly got a little bit too into this character, and I'm going to be spending the rest of tomorrow trying not to do that voice.
Kimmy, where can we find you?
I'm here on Twitch at Ayara_VT, and that's it. That's where I'm at.
Nice. And I'm going to take us out. You can find me on Twitter at caffeinated_Dan. I do a lot of D&D, TTRPG postings, silly stuff, graphic novels, all that good stuff. So tune in next Saturday, 7:30 to see the conclusion of the adventure. See you all later. Thanks for tuning in.